Hello, what up? Hi, thank you so much for joining. And today is full moon, okay? So I'm not gonna do any kind of current feeling reading, or I'm not gonna do any kind of intense reading. I'm here to talk to you today. Let me talk about some facts of life. Yeah, though I'm a tarot reader, but the most important thing is I'm your friend, I'm your brother, I'm your family. So now, point number one, let's talk about depression. Let's talk about our fears. Let's talk about our desire. Being a single LGBTQ person, being a single gay person, I can say that I have seen darkest lonely days where I couldn't find myself, where I cried for days after days. But why I'm talking about today? Today is full moon, and as a spiritual person, full moon is a very intense day. And this day, we have to face our fears. We have to, simply focus on our soul journey. So those of you are closeted, those of you are divine feminine, those of you are depressed, in a one word, this video is for you. No matter what the gender is, no matter where you are right now, no matter what religion you belong, but today I'm talking about depression of a sad life, how to overcome this, and what I do follow. Well, like I always say, I am your family. So, in case you want to, share your happiness, so please share this message with your friend. In case you want to join my family, then please do hit the membership. You will get a special video there. And in case you want to watch this video, then I'm requesting you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button too. Okay, so first of all, when I was in my early 20s and late 20s, I faced one particular word called discrimination. People used to treat me in a different way. Well, I do not have any complaint, because I right now came to know about one particular realizations, that if you're spiritually awakened, then you know exactly what they, or what the other people, those who have not even experienced the awakening journey, or they generally do. So I faced a subtle discrimination in every aspect of my life. Now, they did not directly say me anything like about my orientation or about my particular choices, but they clearly kind of indicated something. Okay, and I am not at all sad about it. Well, the next part. When I started my soul journey, I noticed one thing, that several people came into my life and they tried to manipulate me. They tried to try to impose their own point of view on me. Well, they are right, or wrong, I'm not saying in this video, but what I'm trying to say, I was the one who allowed them to manipulate me. I was the one who gave access to them. So, yes, being a gay guy, or being a kind of a minor person, or being an empathetic person, we always kind of feel, very much connected after the first meet, or we always feel that, oh, like a kind of an intangible, strong connection. Whoever we met, whoever we talk, because that's the sad part, or maybe the soft part of an empath. But I faced abusive relationship where I tried my level best, to be the best person, to be the best boyfriend, to be your best husband, but I couldn't fulfill that need, because I tried to escape reality. The reality was that I was in a toxic situationship, and I thought that maybe it was like a dream relationship. So, B, after this kind of discrimination, I can say relationships can be a cause. And see, childhood trauma. Well, I belong to a very lower middle class family, and I do not blame that, because it's just a normal phenomena for me, because my parents have given me enough education, and they have never ever tried to impose their own point of view. But what I am trying to say, this society has done the damage, because I got several kind of criticism in my education, in my hobbies, in my looks, and in my gesture also. And to be very honest, I am a Bengali guy, so I do not have proper knowledge uh, in English or in Hindi. So even now you can find lots of grammatical mistakes, and I don't care, because I am making this video for those who are in need. So what I felt that, that the whole society, including my friends, my dear ones and near ones, they tried to judge me, and actually it made me feel that I'm not good enough. So that feeling is very stupid, that feeling is very, very sad, that you are writing an essay and people are simply not reading that essay, but they are pointing out your spelling mistakes. That I have seen. You are giving your best, but since you are not completing in a great way, so people are only like question me that why I did not complete in a certain way, why I did complete in my way. So I faced such things, like why I am not into girls, why I am not into party culture and all. So these things I found lately, that okay, even I am with a lot of friends, or even I am with a lot of my relatives, but I still found myself lonely, because I've never tried to give myself a room in my late 20, or late 18, I must say. But the moment I crossed my 30s, or my early 30s, actually, then I realized that I don't need to prove anything. So here comes the clue. So the three things are relationship, childhood trauma, and most importantly, your own negative perception can lead you, or any sort of subtle discriminations can lead you towards a depressed life. Even you are an LGBTQ person, or maybe you are a kind of a very different and unique person, but if you are facing any of these three things, I think that can lead you to a fatal depression, a depressive state. Well, the thing is, I think my spiritual awakening journey had helped me a lot, because when you are awakened, at that point of time, you are actually very much direct to the universe. You are actually connected to the universe. So now you have no more the fear, or like now you are not gonna try to portray anything which you are not. Now you are not gonna win any battle. Now you are not gonna justify anything, because you already have got that answer, that you are universe. Tatsma Vasi. That's the only one thing, that you are universe. If you manifest anything, if you are manifesting anything, you will get anything. Anything means the things what you are in need. Basically, I can say, being a psychic or being a spiritual person, for me, my spiritual balance is very important, spiritual protection is very much important, and for me, my psychic ability is very much important. So I am not that kind of a person who would go for like I want this and that, because yes, at the early age of mine, I tried to cope up with this healthy lifestyle, I must say. But I find that I'm a very chaotic person. I don't like to be, I don't like to be followed by some people. At the same time, I don't like to follow any person. I'm a free thinker, and I always tell people that one has to make their own rule. One has to make their own kind of own perception. Yeah, this video can be your clue, but this video is not at all an ideal stuff. So through this video I can say, okay, hey, I have found my own way in a like I have found my own way by following some particular step. That does not mean you have to follow this particular step. I'm just telling you my experience. Now the next thing, that when I am like when I reached in my 30s or 31, at that point of time I found one particular thing is the love is the best medicine. Now being a gay guy, I always find myself lonely, generally you can connect the moment you have no friend, but still you really want to go to a place and you don't know like whether you are going to meet someone or whether you are going to get a call from someone. So basically I can say a clueless stage I always face. Like whenever I go out alone, I really don't know, okay, what I am supposed to do. So suppose I'm going to eat a lunch, or suppose I'm going for a lunch. So I'm just giving you an example. So like suppose I'm going for a lunch, I don't know that which restaurant I should go, or which restaurant I should eat, but I am just going, and it's a good feeling. But initially I felt very awkward, like what I'm doing. Like I felt that everybody, I saw that the all the couple are eating, or all the sweet people are dating. So at first I felt like that, oh, this is so sweet and I'm so lonely, what I have done. But later on, I realized that, okay, maybe they're happy in their own journey, but it's my journey and I have to find my happiness in my own way. A. B, whenever you look at men, I can say that you always find them attractive because, it's a natural phenomena. But yes, you also are carrying a certain amount of shame, a certain amount of fear that, oh my god, if the other person gets to know about your orientations or about your sexuality, how they would react. So this fear can make you always anxious. So yes, I sometimes I used to hesitate when I met a stranger, or when I met with my friend. So it is very complicated thing. It used to be a very complicated thing for me, but then when I realized that, okay, it's very simple, and nowadays when I interact with unknown person, I interact as if that person is in need. Maybe that person is clueless, maybe that person is not finding their own way. So even I'm talking for 2 minutes, I feel like that I'm guiding their way. I feel like that I'm telling them that, okay, maybe you are in a block A, but you have to go to block B. So for me it's like more of like, now it has become like guiding someone. And you can also talk to any men like that. You do not have to necessarily talk like in that way, okay, this guy is very attractive, or I like this guy, or I like this man. So you don't have to, you just necessarily have to be open. Now see, I can say, if you like elder men, like if you like men like 40 up or 45 up, then I can say, or there's a huge term called beer community. So if you like that beer community, I can also say that I am also very fond of beer. But I don't want to give any pronoun, or I don't want to give a name to a community. I like elder men because I love their touch, I love their intellectuality. So whenever I find my match, or whenever I used to find my match, I always look for this elder people. But the problem was, I was very young, and at that time I could not match my kind of my mindset with them. So ego issue I faced a lot of, and also my perception was completely different and their perception was completely different. So I found that I, most of the time, I tried to be someone and I don't know that person. So I tried to be a wannabe person, and I don't know why I tried, but sometimes I just noticed that maybe that other person would love to see me like that, so I tried to do like that, and then I realized that, oh my god, it was so wrong I was doing. So yeah, finding your own comfort is really a great trick to remove your anxiety. At first, it may seem very difficult because when you are vocal about your fears about certain things, then yeah, you always may not be in the good book of many people, but if you are true to yourself, if you are honest about your feelings, then at least you are gonna live happily. See, I personally found that, I attracted to straight guys a lot and I attracted to married men a lot, but there were certain things I carried or I saw that I felt always guilty after talking to a married man, because I felt like that, okay, this guy is cheating his wife or this guy is gonna cheat me as well. So I don't want to, I don't want to give you any disclaimer, or I'm not gonna give any disclaimer here. It's just like that my thought process was completely different because I was living in a nutshell. And for me, it was like getting a person means a huge thing. But later on, when I went from that phase to my 30s, then I discovered that whatever it is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So whatever it's meant to be, it's gonna be it's gonna be happening like in a certain way. So I don't have to force anything, and I don't have to kind of I don't have to force universe. So I tried, or even I am doing also, I always surrendered myself, and I did that thing too, and I learned that thing too, to be very honest with you. Like I learned how to surrender, I learned how to manifest. And to be very honest, getting a good guy is not a good thing. I know a lot of you are probably struggling to find your match, but for like, it's my humble request, just at first you have to try to find yourself, because the moment you will find yourself, you will automatically attract your suitable partner. What we don't do, that we always try to find someone else to kind of fill the empty box, and that is a completely wrong thing. In a gay community, I got so many judgment that, okay, I am a skinny guy, or I am not at all that much attractive. So these things are common, my dear brother or my dear sister. These things are common in any community also. You have to get away with it. I think the I'm not gonna give you a self-love lecture or any relationship advice. I don't think these are quite suitable for each and every person. But I can say one thing: be positive. B, in order to do certain things, you have to be that. So if you are looking for a wealthy person, like a good looking person or an intellectual person, at least you have to be these things at first, and then you can approach. And secondly, if you love elder men, then you have to understand that everything comes with their own consequences. So if you are into elder men, you can go, but don't expect that they are gonna behave like you. So maybe at 10 a.m. you feel very romantic, but at 10 a.m. they must be very much busy. So if you are not getting any call or messages from them, don't think that they are ignoring you. Okay, see, at middle of the night you may feel extremely romantic, or you may find your partner is completely sleepy and not into you. It's also not dangerous thing. So it's a quite common thing. If you are into elder men, you really have to be like you really have to think like them, you really have to walk on their shoes, and then you will understand. But having said so, always try to understand that why you are with them, why you are with them. You are giving them their essence of inner child, and they are giving you their mentorship. So the knowledge exchange, that the energy exchange has to be there. Don't even say that, I'm with this guy or with this man because of one particular thing. No, there has to be, in my opinion, according to my opinion, I think that you can be with anyone. You can be with anyone. If your heart says that, okay, you are finding peace, if your heart says that you are doing good, or this person actually giving you a good uh, value, or this person is bringing you or leading you towards your highest version, then this person is good. Because I can see a lot of love experts can say, okay, if your 5 signs that your persons are good, 5 signs your person is cheating you. No, don't do that. Don't believe in that. You really have to understand your gut feeling. You really have to understand your intuition. Your person has to accept you the way you are. That is the most common thing. But in order to do that, you just have to be with this person for like at least 2 to 3 years. Now, in my case, I was bit hurry, because the moment I, like in my 20s, the moment I went or I met a guy, I always thought that, I want to be in a relationship. I really want a commitment from that person. I really wish our futures is like, I really wish my future with this person is superb. And there I did the mistake. There I made the mistake. So what my point is, even if you are meeting a guy, just don't pay attention too much. Just feel like that you were happy and good without that person, and you are also happy without this person, and you can be happy also without this person. But the main thing is that you guys are, when two guys are meeting, or when two separate entities are meeting, you guys are exchanging energies. So until or unless you guys are exchanging energies, and if you guys are exchanging energies in a good way, definitely it's good. But never ever try to accept different like opinion just for the sake of pleasing someone else. No, don't do that. Because in my community I've seen, or in my case I've also seen, I used to accept everybody's opinion without saying much, because I thought that maybe the other person, if I say something, that other person may get hurt. Well, then you are hurting yourself, or maybe you're too scared to uh, you're too scared of rejection. So no, don't do that. Rather, I would say that accept yourself, and think like that, what if you say this thing, same thing to the person, how would they react? So just don't be a people pleaser. Since, like, I can say from my experience, that I used to think like, okay, the person I'm looking, maybe these are not enough in my city, so whatever the things I'm getting, I have to accept it. No, it's a completely wrong idea. The thing is, you just have to accept the love. You just have to accept your self love, and then you can transform that self love into a soulmate connection, into a much deeper connections. So self love is necessary, but you have to understand yourself first in order to love yourself. So the next things I can say, how to overcome depressions. Yeah, you just have to buy a journal. You can simply buy a copy, and you have to write down all your darkest thoughts. If this copy gets too much darker, you can burn, but mostly 50% of your problem will solve if you write these problems. Instead of bursting out to someone, you can burst out in your pages, and later on you can burn the page, or you can store this in your safest place. B, don't be too much available. That is a quite common thing, but I don't think it is very suitable, because I think it's myth. Because when you are depressed, when you are lonely, if anybody cares you, or anybody messages you, I think we have a tendency to reply. And so don't just complicate things. Just if your heart says, okay, you should reply, but don't unnecessarily get physical, because yeah, sometimes we do that mistakes and then we regret. So don't unnecessarily do that. I can say that in your 20s, especially from 22 to 28, you will get huge sexual urges, and you just have to control it. if you can control in this age, you'll probably thank yourself. Okay, so control your sexual urges is also important. And lastly, that I think, I don't know how you're gonna take it. Yes, you have to give self pleasure. Now you can take it in a different way, but I have to say it like in a gay man's life, or in any community, what we are afraid of, which is like judgment, and sex is kind of like a taboo. So if you know how to please yourself, or if you know self pleasuring stuff, then it's good. But yes, you have to scientifically accept this technique, because pleasuring yourself can be a great remedy for your depressions. Anyway, the other things you will get from any other expert, but it's my gay awakening story. So if you like it, then you can comment. That's my story. And since I love to talk to elder men, so that's why I face these kind of discrimination, these kinds of judgments, and these kinds of wrong impositions. And now since now I came out from this, and I came out from my closet, I can purely say that now I'm quite free, and now I can talk to any person without any judgment. Still, I'm not an expert, and I don't know, because maybe after 20 to 30 years my perception can change. But the main essence is that if you will find yourself, then you can easily find the better half of yours. Okay, spiritual awakening can help that. Yeah, at first it may seem very scary, but at last, or at the end, you will find a beautiful room or suitable room for yourself. All the very best. Bye bye, take care. Please subscribe my channel. Sorry for the sound disturbance, and if I hurt your sentiment and emotions, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. This is my life story. In case you are interested like these stories, please join my member. As my member, join my channel as a member. I can frequently upload this kind of videos. Okay, bye bye, take care, all the very best.